Hello. Testing, testing. Yes, we're good to go. Okay, we're going to get started. Thank you so much for your patience. My name is Shumon, Basar. I'm Commissioner of the Global Art Forum. To my left is Y7, aka Hannah Cobb, and Declan Colquitt, the brilliant curators of this edition, I will introduce in more detail very, very shortly. Would you like to say hi? Hello. Hello. If I lapse into a northern colloquial accent, it's because of Hannah and Declan. It gives us great pleasure to welcome you all to the 18th Global Art Forum called The New Normal. Before we begin, could you please turn your phones to silent right now? We'd appreciate that. And speaking of thank yous, we have many important people to acknowledge: Ben, Benny, Tony, Perna, Natalia, Leo, Neha, David, Zane, and all the amazing AV team at the back, as well as all the volunteers for their hard work. To Arno Moran and Jumeirah for their generous support on our last session of the day with Rem Koolhaas and Charlie Koolhaas. And in particular, a loud shout out to the amazing Lucrezia and Bahrani, who have tirelessly brought all of this and all of us together with immense patience and hard work. And to all the generous guests who have traveled across continents, Emirates, or just careened across town. A round of applause to everyone. Thank you so much. If this is your first time at the Global Art Forum, a few words of context. For close to 20 years, the Global Art Forum brings together the most influential people who track how change is constantly changing in a fast-developing multipolar world. In this way, the Global Art Forum is shaped by the spirit of Dubai, where heritage, history, and innovation are in constant conversation, producing new kinds of change. So we do this by thinking globally in concentric circles of connection that start from where we are here in Dubai at this point in the 21st century. And we also look horizontally across disciplines of knowledge and inquiry. To date, we've invited more than 650 of the world's most compelling and critical minds to think out loud, dealing with themes such as trade, automation, learning, crypto economies, and last year, extreme weather, in ways that I hope are intellectually challenging, but also warmly enlightening. And over the 15 years that I've been doing this, I think of the forum as a continuous broadcast, or indeed now, maybe a continuous feed, which ricochets back and forth, obvious to obscure, a kind of intelligence that grows with each edition and with each new epoch that we're forced to endure. So, what is the new normal? Maybe this will help frame it. 6 hours and 59 minutes ago, you went to sleep. You can't remember your dreams, and the moon was full. You now wake up. The birds are singing or screeching. You reach for your phone, and like every morning, you scroll through your feed. Within seconds, you learn that the world has changed in at least 14 different ways since you closed your eyes. Japan is the first country to legalize humanoid robots as citizens. Scientists create sound that can curve through a crowd and reach just one person. Will tariffs make Botox more expensive? I just got accepted to Harvard University's quadruple postmodern CIA plus regime change plus sanctions plus bombing Global South PhD program. But I'm also being bundled into a van by ICE as I write this. China's new quantum computer crushes Google by 1 million times. All those designer handbags that say made in Italy are actually made in China and get direct shipping from Shenzhen for $5. I dated multiple chatbots at once. It got real weird. Building-sized asteroid has a small chance of hitting the Earth. The international rules-based order, including the sanctity of the ICJ and the ICC, are under existential threat by the very same powers who established these organizations. How disaster girls are cashing in on the digital economy. Tung 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 sahur or bombardino crocodilo. Such change, vertigo, happens over and over again, every single day. If you think it's bad now, Will it all, and I mean all, get worse later? I heard UN Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese say that over the last 559 days, each day was worse than the last day. The things we considered abnormal, morally, socially, economically, intimately, are now the new normal. Do you adjust? Do you resist? Do you rot? So the new normal is the feeling that we get from this incessant accumulation of chaos as progress. Or is it progress as chaos? I, for one, don't know how many new normals I've got left in me. Do you? So if the forum has a brain, that brain is always shaped by the theme and the guest curators. I invited Y7 last year to make a series of short commissioned films called Weather Reports, and it was their first time in the region. They told me it left them with a great and strong and lasting impression. So that's why they're the guest curators for the new normal, and they brought an incredible group of thinking personalities here for the next 2 days. And this is why every edition of the forum feels unique, but also has continuity with previous editions. So before I hand over to Hannah and Declan from Y7, I'd like to introduce Y7. On paper, Y7 are a post-disciplinary duo based in Manchester, England. We met through Instagram's algorithm. We've worked together several times now, and I'm always learning from them, and also importantly, laughing with them. They think, they write, they convene reading sessions, they grapple with AI and quantum computing, and as you will see and hear through the visuals and the music that was playing as you all walked in, Y7 turn cultural commentary into material production. Images and sounds inhabited by theory as much as the strange textures of stranger everyday life. So will you please join me in welcoming Hannah Cobb and Declan Colquitt from Y7. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shumon. On behalf of myself and Declan as Y7, I'd like to extend my deepest thanks to every person who's worked to put this event together, the Art Dubai team and all the staff at Madinat Jumeirah for facilitating the Global Art Forum 2025. We're so honoured and privileged to have been trusted by Shumon to curate this year's edition, and have taken it as an opportunity to invite a brilliant group of thinkers who stand at the forefront of defining the vibe of now. To all the invited participants, thank you for accepting our invitation. And thank you to everyone here for joining us as we get under the hood of the new normal. We're really excited to share this programme with you over the next couple of days. Somewhat similarly to your introduction, Shumon, I blame this on the hive mind. You wake up, reach for your phone, you instinctively open Instagram. Red light momentarily illuminates your face as you scroll past a memeified collage of crashed US stock market graphics pieced together and edited to resemble the Chinese flag. You scroll up and see an image of the bloodied pale hands of a child under the rubble in Gaza, followed by a giblified military propaganda reel posted by the official account of the IDF, a call to genocide in whimsy aesthetics. You lift your phone close to your eyes, squinting to adjust your focus. Is this real, you ask yourself, looking for telltale signs of artificiality. You're in disbelief, your thumb suspended momentarily over the screen, poised to continue scrolling. Every nanosecond we spend looking closer is a little treat for the algorithm. Our time, our attention, and our desires are extracted, absorbed, and regurgitated in feeds algorithmically attuned to our online behaviour. How do we begin to make sense, never mind carry on as normal, in a world where myriad unfathomable evils are live streamed to us alongside content that reflects our desires as consumers? The new normal is a phrase most of us will be familiar with. It emerged out of the COVID pandemic around 2021 as the mantra of incessant Zoom calls and a post-lockdown hesitancy towards physical interaction. If we were to speculate when the new normal began, it would emerge somewhere between Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022, the widespread commercial introduction of generative AI tools that same year, and the intensification of a 78-year-long campaign of ethnic cleansing in Palestine by Israel in 2023. As AI slop is delivered to us in droves alongside videos of drone strikes shot at close range on phone cameras, the global balance of power is shifting, and the institutions that were established in the 20th century as arbiters of peace and order reveal themselves to be redundant. As the truth becomes more and more abstract, consensus realities, articulated so succinctly by Venkatesh Rao in what he terms global narrative collapse, have become increasingly atomized. We experience our own truths from inside small bubbles of agreement on how the world is, and further still, we will those realities into existence. Perhaps then, to better understand an ever-shifting present, it is our job to map out and connect the dots between different disciplines, to make explicit their interconnectedness. We might also take note from the work of theoretical physicist Carlo Rovelli, whose relational understanding of quantum physics, the idea that things only exist in their relationship to other things, can be neatly mapped onto culture at large. I'm sure I speak on behalf of both of us when I say that one of the most exciting parts of this curatorial process, and our experience as artists at the Global Art Forum last year, has been identifying the emerging meta-themes threading each session together. As the viral meme states, the most fun a girl can have is finding parallels, noticing patterns, making connections, contemplating. This afternoon, we have the privilege of being joined by Hallie Frost and Gary Zeshi Zhang, who will be discussing the gamification of financial systems and the extraction of desire in the attention economy, followed by Anna Nicolaescu's presentation of her research with Cream projects into the online infrastructures of instant fulfillment, tracing the increasingly blurred boundary between IRL and URL and emerging modes of labor and consumption. After a short break, we'll be joined by a longtime friend of the Global Art Forum, Hans-Ulrich Obrist, who will present a lecture based on his landmark survey exhibition, World Building, Gaming and Art in the Digital Age, placing video games as art in a broader lineage of art making. And finally, we'll round off day one of the new normal with a discussion between Rem Koolhaas and Charlie Koolhaas on their collaborative research into the emergence of the post-oil Gulf city-state and its evolution into the present-day paradigm, contextualizing the forum's overarching theme within Dubai and the post-Western dynamics which are coming to define the new normal. Each of our invited guests has been tasked with describing the present, a temporal category so slippery it often evades capture, like the attempt to screenshot an Instagram reel at its pivotal moment. To begin the next couple of days of sessions, or screenshots of the present, I'd like to ask, was the new normal ever normal? Can the new normal ever be normal? If the post-1945, pre-COVID normal was at Western hegemony driven by liberal capitalist interests, was normal ever really normal at all? Thank you very much.